This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Day update for Monday, January 6, 2014. I'm Kamar Jordan. Time is of the essence. That's the stern warning this evening from Finance Minister Chris Sinclair, who says job cuts in the private sector are both inevitable and inescapable at this time. Sinclair, who's scheduled to meet with representatives of the major trade unions here tomorrow, told a press conference this evening that while the door remains open to negotiations with the trade unions, the long overdue process of reform must go on, starting with in excess of 3,000 jobs already earmarked for layoffs.
The government has put its position on the table. We have announced it to the country, what our course of action is. Now, of course, nobody wants to, people seem to think that there is some rejoicing that somebody has brought up party hats and noisemakers and are rejoicing in the corridors of government headquarters because people have to go home. That is not true. This is a very painful decision for the government. It certainly is a very painful decision for me because there are probably members of my family working in the government, more likely than not, who may very well be among the 3,000 if it comes to pass.
Mr. Sinclair also reported that a final report is due to go before Cabinet shortly on the future of 19 statutory corporations. Cautioning that it could not be business as usual, he said some of these will go out of business while others will be merged or privatized.
We expect, after consultation with the workers' representatives and the private sector as well, that commencement of the implementation of those recommendations will start from April this year. It will mean that of those 19 institutions, some will go out of business, others will merge with each other, and perhaps, where it is feasible and makes sense for private involvement in the operations of any of those institutions, that will be undertaken as well.
Meantime, the finance minister is warning that there's no possibility of government going the route of a 3% pay cut, as this will have legal implications for the government, while conceding that the National Environment Enhancement Program, which employed more than 300 drainage workers, had run its course. He said government had no intention of reversing its policy on free bus fares for school children.
But the vast majority of people don't know what was going on in bus stands in Barbados and how people's children are being ferried in and out of this country for prostitution and drugs. So when people talk about these programs, let me tell you something. Just sit down and no willy-nilly thing and be doing this to get votes. That is not how that program started, and it's not how the meat program started. And I'm saying a government that has a heart, made up of people who have heart, and who are interested in the development of their own country and development of the people in their country, will take decisions to protect those people. Sometimes most times those decisions have costs.
But despite the assurance from the finance minister, the National Union of Public Workers is insisting that government has shut the door on negotiations. The accusation by General Secretary of the National Union of Public Workers, Dennis Clark, came ahead of the press conference earlier today by the finance minister. Clark is claiming that the government has publicly rejected its 10-point proposal without any discussion, and he suggests there may be more to the matter.
Nobody is looking at our proposal because they will challenge the minister. That it seems as though as the part of the agreement is to send home X amount of thousands of people in this public service. So don't care whatever NUPW, BW, BSTU, BUT propose, these people will go. And that's the impression that I'm getting.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
McInerney Quality and Consolidated Finance invite you to trade in your old car for a new one. So, bring your car and come to McInerney Quality in Wildy. That's right, all trade-ins are welcomed. Any make or model we'll trade towards your new car. Plus, you get 2 years free insurance when you purchase a Kia, Mazda or Ford. And with on-the-spot financing by Consolidated Finance, you can drive away with something new. So, bring your car and come to McInerney Quality in Wildy. All trade-ins are welcome.
In the region, time to go back to the gallows. That's the assertion of a government minister in Trinidad and Tobago after the country recorded its 14th murder for the year. Yes, you heard me correct, the 14th so far this year, 2014. National Diversity and Social Integration Minister Roger Samuel, who is a religious pastor, says Trinidad and Tobago needs to seriously rethink its position on the issue. More than 400 people were murdered in the Twin Island Republic last year. Internationally, British Chancellor George Osborne is seeking to cut more than £25 billion sterling from the national budget, and he's taking aim at the government's welfare programs. Osborne suggests cutting housing benefits and restricting council housing. In response, the Deputy Prime Minister says targeting the working age poor is extreme, unrealistic and unfair. I think the Deputy Prime Minister might have a point there, but that's our 6 p.m. update. Join us again at 7 a.m. In the meantime, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb for more news and sports. Subscribe to our e-paper or like us on Facebook. I'm Kamar Jordan. Have a great evening and join us again tomorrow morning.
This news update brought to you by
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.